now been pushed off the turrets until they grab it. And the Nexus turret almost about to go down. Alliance has too much on their plate to consider. That's the fight. The control onto left. They are able to take him down. Danicor. Oh my God! Alliance down.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Mercedes-Benz ATK League of Legends Champion Series powered by Elgato and MSI. We are ready to head into Champion Select. A little bit earlier than expected, but here we are. And we actually have an interesting series today. We have Era v Era. We have Lost Time on the one side versus Eon on the opposing side, and yeah, bans have started coming out. We are just going to...
Looks like it might be bugged again. Feels bad, man. Okay, so I mean, we have to walk us through the champ select on a manual basis, I suppose. So I mean, so far the bans for they both technically Era teams. I mean, it's Era. How did we say pronounce it again? Ion.
We have definitely seen Eon as well as Lost Time. I think we've seen both of these teams, and both have been performing relatively well. Yeah.
So, but they're both Era sides though, so it's basically the battle of the Era, if you will, tonight. Between Eon and Lost Time. Lost Time currently playing red side, unfortunately Champ Select 2 being a little bit sticky, so it is what it is, it does happen. Was there a new patch? I don't recall.
I want to say MSI patch was the last patch we had, and in that patch we had the Morgana jungle buffs, the Diana buffs. There was a few other buffs which actually haven't picked up in this game already. We have Morgana first pick on the side of Eon, who is currently blue side, and we had Diana and Ornn picked up on the opposing side. Interesting stuff. Yeah, super keen to see. But we're gonna go. There we go.
Yeah, let's just show my casters deck. Okay, so we do have Champ Select on the way, but we'll be jumping to the live as soon as it does finish the Champ Select portion. At least it happens. It is what it is. So I mean, look at these two sides. You said before we've watched them both play before in the past. Oh, we seem to have lost tankers. That's not good. Right, so we've had both these teams before in the past, and I think they both quite decent teams. They both are part of the same organization. Yeah, okay, we're back. Discord apparently not happy. Not the greatest of starts to stream, but we'll bounce back, I believe. Right, Tank, is you there?
Yes, sir.
Let me
I
just
can't
get
see your screen, but it's totally fine. Here I am. Can you hear me?
Okay, so basically I was just discussing how in the past we've casted both these teams. They're both part of the same organization. Do we have a preference for teams? Like, do we have a personal favorites?
I want to say, I think my preference is on currently the red team, which I believe is Lost Time. I think they performed really well, and yeah, I just feel like that's a team I kind of have at the back of my mind as a really good performing Era team. But I'm honestly not sure who the best team of the two is right now.
I have to have a look at the standings. I believe there's 3 Era teams in the tournament. There's one in the other bracket as well, if I'm not mistaken.
There's even more. I want to say it's 5 actually. There's 3 in one. There's 3 in one group and 2 in another group. It's like they have a lot of teams participating in this tournament. We actually have Era Millennium, Era Kronos, and Equinox. Those are all on Group A. Era Millennium is actually currently number 2 in the standings.
That's pretty good,
I believe. And,
so I mean,
number 3.
We're now currently going into week 9 of 9 weeks. I think this is the final stage or the final week of the, what's that, like 2 months of brackets, quote unquote brackets.
Exactly, yeah, group stage as it were, and then we'll be heading into the more intense playoff stage. And actually, Lost Time at the moment is number 4 in the brackets, so they want to get this win down, because if they do secure this win, that puts them at a potential tiebreaker with Down South Gaming if they secure a victory this week as well. Yeah, so I mean, there is quite a lot on the line here.
Down South Gaming looking pretty good. We've casted a couple of their games down at this point too. Actually doing a lot better than expected going into the first week, so good job to them. Hopefully we can see that show and we can see them moving through to the next stage. I believe it's definitely doable, but I feel like majority of the teams are not already set in stone as to whether they'll be moving through or not. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter when it comes to the final 2 games for the cast. At least everybody getting those final matches in, and all the teams should be pretty well synergized now thanks to the 9 weeks of gameplay. So I mean, you really do come a long way as a team playing for 9 weeks straight, especially 2 games a week.
Agreed. Yeah, and I mean, this is actually a really important game for Lost Time, because if they do get this win here, it means that they could just straight up beat Down South if Down South has a hard opponent this week, which I need to check who that is to have any idea. Not sure. But anyway, because if they do win this, that means they're locked in for groups, and Down South is going to be knocked out and won't be able to continue through the rest of this leg. The other team that we had in this group that was very interesting and is also currently even lower than Down South Gaming is Tabula Rasa, which is really, I think, surprised us a little bit and played insanely well. But yeah, we can maybe just quickly run through the champions on both sides, and then you guys can see those live in game in just a bit.
Okay, so basically for the left side, which I believe is Era
Eon, on the left, the blue side.
Eon, correct. We've got Morgana bot lane with Vayne, and Volleybird jungle Brand. Actually, hang on. Is that Brand or is that Morgana lane?
I think it's Morgana jungle, Volleybird top, where Brand
Kiana
support with
mid,
Vayne,
Brand
Kiana
Vayne
mid.
bottom. It could be Brand mid though, and more support with the see with time. As for the Lost Time side, we've got Hextech Spot and Rocket the Misfortune on top lane, Lulu support, Victor for Henio, and Diana in the jungle, so perhaps a little bit AP heavy. Comes down to whether Hextech can really use that Lulu in a good manner. I mean, Misfortune not really the worst of the Lulu. The attack speed can't help, assuming he doesn't go lethality, which is going to be kind of silly if he does, but nonetheless, we will have the champs on screen in a second when we do jump into the first game, the best of 3, so we'll see you guys soon.
I've seen wild, wild things. Watch I look bad, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand am I putting, put 2 in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a pussy, your panties get tooken. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling goodbye. I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling goodbye. I'm telling goodbye. I'm not that girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love. Hey, hey. 'Cause I live, I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fencing brighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling goodbye. I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling goodbye. I'm telling goodbye.
So cliche. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 1 of Eon versus Era Lost Time. And yeah, excited to have you here. First time that we're coming live to you on a Monday night, as
Good
we
break.
did get our game cancelled on a Sunday. But happy to be here on a Monday instead.
Do you know what happened with that
in this
game?
Era v Era.
Well, that series, the one that was cancelled.
Mother's Day. Yesterday was Mother's Day. That's what happened.
Ah, that's what it was,
So-
right? So yeah, gotta prioritize the mothers.
Players were just like, "Moms come first." You know, us
Agreed.
nerds, we're definitely favoring our moms most of the time. I'm sure.
Very understandable. Right, so we can finally take a look at the comp because we are loaded in. Game starting a minute on the clock. So we've got top lane Volibear, jungle Morgana with a Predator. It's kind of interesting. Don't know how viable the Predator jungle Morg is or what the real go-to is in the jungle department. Kind of a new pick, still making its way through. Very, very strong, however. Has been slightly nerfed, but nonetheless, let's see whether Animal can use that to his advantage. Sealard in the middle, picking up Kiana. We've got Vayne and Brand bot lane versus the Misfortune Lulu. Kinio with his scaling Victor, and Alcatraz on the Diana jungle. I feel like Diana jungle is another one that's really been popping up lately. Super highly prioritized. So we've got really 2 powerhouse jungle picks for the first game.
Yeah, definitely. Unlike this AP heavy, junglers have really been this style that we have been seeing a lot more recently, and it opens up for a lot of potential. Like you can see this Kiana in the mid lane, and yeah, actually we do see Lost Time opting to go for a bit more of an AP heavy comp, as we mentioned a little bit when we won the Caster's desk during Champ Select.
It's kind of tragic versus Morgana though, because she has that black shield that does really well into AP / like high CC teams.
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, imagine a black shield as we have with the hand ulti coming out. Suddenly, you're not getting pulled in for that ultimate, and you're just a very happy man. You walk out of Moonfall happy to be alive. Bot lane level 2 advantage going over to Lost Time.
Bro, back and forth
Lots
to
of
see.
poke coming out.
Is that Enzo? Is that Enzo? Do we just call him Enzo?
Yeah, Enzo. We're gonna go Enzo.
Enzo taking a lot
I mean,
of damage.
Vayne brand laned. There's no chance to see any priority in that lane.
Bit of a weird combination, I'm not gonna lie, because Vayne kind of struggles in the early stage. Brand, on the other hand, wants to try snowball. Even though he does kill really well, late game team fight super strong, it just seems like a bit of an odd one. Perhaps just pairing up the Brand to try and get Vayne through lane phase and allow for... You're gonna have to take a stab at that Vayne name. What are you thinking, dude?
Yeah, I feel like it is definitely a bit of an odd mix. Honestly, like Vayne just... She doesn't have a lot of appeal in this game, to be honest.
How do you... Oh, hang on, top lane, bit of a 1v1. Almost a wet noodle, but quite a lot of poke actually coming through. We do have the first gank tank, Diana, level 3, walking her way up towards top side as the Volibear. It feels like everybody has this Volibear skin. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Is this like the go-to Volibear skin?
Maybe it just like has a higher chance of dropping in chest. Oh, meanwhile, counter gank coming in top lane. Everyone is top side. Kiana
It's
as
a
well
party in the
showing
top
up. Yeah.
lane. And you're all invited to see
Lots
Light,
of
unfortunately, not
damage.
really pulling the damage. Animal actually a little bit low as the first one does come through. It's the trade back. Well, 2 dead on the side of Aeon. Or Ion.
And truly a party in the top lane. Far side, Brand making some even trades there. And at the end of the day, we do have, I believe, a 1 for 1? 1 for 2. 1 for 2 over to this side of lost time.
That's your curses. Right, so before that team fight top lane, we're trying to discuss how do you say this Vayne's name, dude? What do they go for on that one?
How do you save this Vayne?
How do you say the Vayne's name? How do you pronounce that? Oh, hello, top lane. Sealard with a solo 1v1. Shikosis, he's out of here. As we do have Morgana pop on the Predator, looking for the bot lane, attempts to make a hard shot. A little bit left alone, will end up paying the price. 80 carry with the ditch as we have the flash burnt, but it seems like they just fight everywhere. Top, middle, bottom.
Yeah, this is a hard name on this Vayne, by the way, but insanely explosive game to start off here. 3-2, actually going in favor of Eon, even though Lost Time is currently a little bit higher in the standings, and hoping to take this win to secure them out of the group stages.
I mean,
so
honestly, no matter which team wins, Eric comes out ahead in the end, so, you know?
wait a second. Yes, that's true, but it just hit me. This is technically still week 8 because this isn't this Sunday's game.
No, this is Mondays. This is a game from Monday. Sundays was cancelled. This wasn't moved. It was just a different series
So
to
we're
make up for the one that
casting
was not.
3
still the
games
same.
in week 9.
Technically, but we only casted 1 in week 8.
Okay, just wrap my head around
So
that.
we're gonna.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So effectively, you could say we're making up for lost time. is error lost time? That's just bad.
Yeah, that was not bad at all. Echo'd be proud, as I'm sure you can tell.
Okay, so Vayne, the player name for Vayne, right? How do you? Okay, no,
Oh,
never
no.
mind. Hinio? Oh no.
No moment.
What? Diana going a little
Oh.
bit wide with the okay, sure, level 6. Sealard is trying to get his way out of this one. He does
Beautiful.
actually manage to survive. Dude, that should not have been possible. That was
Yeah,
a
that
standing
was
still
insane.
missed Diana Q.
That was definitely a Mr. Hannah Q on a completely stunned target, plus a beautiful supreme display of talent. Woo, that is a tongue twister. And at the end of the day, Kiana just being able to knock back Diana there means that she happily walks away and gets out there with the support coming in from Morgana.
Okay.
So the name of this...
Yeah, 4th time's the charm. We've attempted this every time there's been a team fight, just as we tried to. How do you say the Vayne's name?
Faranio?
Faranio.
I want to say, as someone who's learning Portuguese, this looks a lot like a Portuguese name.
Yeah, so I gotta
But,
ask. I'm gonna butcher it. Dude.
I can confirm. Doesn't look too Portuguese,
I
but
feel like you need
yeah.
the Italian like hand when you do that name.
agreed. Definitely feels that way. As we have some vision being clear.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Morgana,
Animal
no.
picks it up the
He gets
W.
the bully.
Oh, that soil is so easy to steal. Tormented soil just makes it absolutely free to pick up objectives. As you do more damage, the lower health something
Was
is
it wooded?
just...
Was it blind?
Yeah, I think it was blind.
It's a good steal nonetheless. Blue buff pretty massive actually for the Morgana, as she now gets the extra buff, unfortunately forcing out Diana from the jungle, using that middle lane pressure. So Kiana giving up some minions for that one, which is a little bit risky. I mean, Hinio playing Victor does scale incredibly well. Very ambitious attempt at that dark binding, but it looks like it should work out as Hinio locked in place, and he's out of here. Rest in peace, nicely done.
I love how we're thinking the same thing with that Morgana binding, but it works out in the end.
I mean, Animal's been doing pretty well so far.
That is an ulti on Diana, looking not to go for it with bot lane. Oh, bot lane is in wrong place, yeah.
Our Italian friend is in the wrong place, the wrong time. Oh, is he? Alcatraz actually, no, he's not going to get the last auto attack. The DPS not there either. Vayne just able to, what? Not Vayne, sorry. Alcatraz able to walk away with a slither of health, but this does mean the first dragon, the first objective is going to be going over to Ion.
Yeah, Diana just barely getting away there. I think Vayne probably needed one more auto attack to pick up that kill. And again, surprises to me because last time is so far, I think they're 2 or 3 wins ahead of Eon, and Eon is performing insanely well right now. Shark Oasis in the top lane looking for something. Both of these guys want to go. Extended trades are not so
Forge
good
guard
for this Volibear.
Does end up bypassing the CSC, nicely timed. A bit of a cheeky interaction in the matchup, but it looks like this is actually favoring Owen, as we do have the wet noodle coming through. But Shikosa's noodle a little bit less wet and a little bit more impact on those autos. So nicely played for the 1v1 top lane. You honestly don't actually get that many solo 1v1s in like a tank v tank matchup.
Definitely. And it's probably partially due to that fire burning on that Ornn in the form of Bami's Cinder, adding that extra damage to take down that Volibear in the 1v1 in the top lane.
It's just a bit of a damage check, really, and honestly, it's going to favor Ornn, assuming they haven't both reset, because he has the ability to craft items, so he should be able to spend the cash a little bit earlier, so gotta keep that in mind when you're looking for it. Oh no, Diana, you don't have the priority. Ornn's not back in lane. Morgana now fighting. Alcatraz's a rift sneak attempt. This is not looking good, as we do have now blue side. Ion.
He's got flash.
Trying to collapse. Half health left on the Rift Herald. Does break through the shackles. Animal actually breaks it. Not only too bad, Sealot able to find the first kill. That's going to be the jungler now down. As the fight does, however, continue. Unfortunately, Shikosa's not having that. Forge Guard means that there will not be that much CC, as member number 2, Hinio, actually traded over. So big fight favoring the side of Eon.
Yeah, I'm playing so well. Ulti out of the bot lane. Beautiful stun.
Lulu, the flash self-overgrowth into the bullet timing. Massive play. The turnaround Omega actually kind of clutching that one out.
My word. That was just beautiful. Honestly, that looked like just mechanical outplays from both sides there. The pin looking so good. The Lulu flash into the knockout. Oh, wow. Would love to see that one again. As we do jump into the replay here.
That was looking really, really rough in the initial stage, but a beautiful turnaround. A pin into that last second flash self-overgrowth, plus bullet time combination. Hextech saying, I believe in the mega hotshot turnaround. And the communication was there, so that's actually a really, really nice turn. Well played.
Yeah, a beautiful turn. I mean, honestly, it just feels bad for the Vayne brand. You have a little bit more damage there. That knockup doesn't happen, and suddenly it's 2 kills for Eon instead of for last time. And yeah, just well played across the board. Meanwhile, top lane, more fighting happening. This level 8 versus level 10 is not going to go in your favor. Honestly. Not a fan of this.
We've seen this one before. It's a bit of a deja vu, so mid lane. This game is non-stop fighting, non-stop combat. We do have now Forge Guard. He's going to be here, but again, the interaction. It does not matter though. It just seems like Ornn is coming out ahead consistently, with Shikosa's finding himself his second solo kill. 3 for 1 on the Ornn.
Yeah, 2 levels down, you're not going to have any impact. Not to mention the fact that the goal difference, but we do have this Herald doing quite a lot of damage in the top lane. Kiana coming in, there's a potential dive.
Sealot. Omega's the main focus. He has the polymorph still. Looking to try to keep away from the wall as Sealot gets the push into the shove, but the overgrowth says no, keeping Misfortune alive, but it looks like there's no more friends to follow up with that Lulu aggression, as we do have the first turret now dropping 12 minutes in, and it's going to be Aeon, Aeroside Blue taking first break.
Yeah, just playing absolutely beautifully, and now 30 CS down in the top lane. is not the spot you want to be in on this volley there. And the other thing I'd like to mention is you're playing TP in the mid lane. That is just getting back into the lane there. Nothing too crazy. Thing to mention in this top lane matchup is, other than the level difference, is that you're playing press the attack on Volibear, which means you need to do quick burst trades and then get out. And as we can see, we've been having really extended trades in that top lane. You should be running
Battle Bear.
Conqueror if you want to be doing Battle Bear things.
Yeah, and long
Whereas,
trades. I agree.
Yeah, otherwise if you want to be doing press the attack, you need to be doing quick trades. Ooh, Enzo takes
Bit
some
of a
damage there.
greedy
Beautiful
one.
stun.
Kind of disrespectful. Brand may just get punished for this, actually. No, able to walk away. So going for that deep vision with no friends, no backup. Kind of a risky one. Fortunately, does not get punished for it. So he does get the ward and out alive. But let's look at the mid lane matchup. Kiana's been moving a fair amount now. 3 for 0 for 2, but still actually up CS. So Henio, despite just trying to scale, trying to get the gold, get the items for the late game carry, he's in a bit of an okay spot, but not amazing. It's up to C-Lon
Yeah,
to kind of
agreed.
just throw away the lead that he's not generated, and allow Henio to get to that point where he becomes sort of 1v5.
Honestly, talking about 1v5, this Kiana is
I know.
playing absolutely amazing.
This is a
Okay,
big
so-
investment. They've brought Shacosis down from top lane. He's walked down, he still has the teleport, but the fact that they don't look to try and contest as a 5-man front before the dragon drops means they've basically just given up those waves, and they've lost the objective. So this is actually, despite no kills going over, a pretty big victory for Ion.
Yeah, definitely a positive gain there. Just getting a free dragon and some farm onto the Volibear, who has had a little bit of a rough time here.
Yeah.
Which is, he's going to be very, very happy about that. Actually picking up 1 level, so he isn't 3 levels down in that matchup anymore. But something I want to focus on and talk a little bit about is this Kiana in the mid lane. Have you ever seen a Kiana do well in the South African scene? Because I'm going to say I
It's-
definitely haven't.
There's a couple of Kiana players who are pretty decent. I think Henio actually plays Kiana as well, if I'm not mistaken. He's not too bad at it, so he's kind of getting dumpstered by this one, but maybe we'll get one of the Henio Kianas the next one. Otherwise, I believe he plays a pretty mean counter arena, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I
Ooh,
feel like
watch out.
Kiana, she's almost like the female Z of the mid lane. She takes a lot to learn, a pretty high skill cap, but like her damage output once you got her combos and her limitations down are kind of crazy, kind of game changing.
Or one hiding in a bush here, looking for something on this Volibear potentially. The has also come down. He doesn't ward anything, he doesn't check anything, just walks straight down lane.
Oh no. Alcatraz? No knockup's gonna... Where are you going to, Bear? Okay.
He could just...
Black
Oh,
Shield. Good
he's
binding.
going
We
down
spoke
to the
about animals.
Morgana.
We spoke about the animal bindings and they're real.
TP coming in
Red
as
side.
well.
Looks like Henio trying to help on the system this side, but it looks like it's going to be the trade over. Shacosis forced to flash out. Star 2v2 still continuing to see line studying on the ultimate. Does not get the push. Shacosis with the bypass, but Henio just looking to try and create as much pressure as he can. C-Lord just able to get away as they do flash in for the laser damage. It's going to be enough. No, the burn! The 1v1 though,
1v1.
Henio.
Picking up the shutdown there, just absolutely
Tormented
beautiful.
soul. Or soil. The burn.
Damn.
It's painful.
Wow. This game, these two teams are going toe to toe. You cannot say the one team is better than the other team at this point in game
know.
one. It just, wow.
We are 16 minutes in and the score's exactly the same. Obviously though, we do have a blue side lead thanks to the 2 dragons. But I mean, overall looking at the comps, I feel like Victor scale late game pretty deadly. So we'll have to see whether it's going to make up for that misfortune versus Vayne matchup as well as the brand late game T5. So honestly, both these comps actually scale pretty well. I'm kind of intrigued to see who plays the fights better towards the later stages.
Yeah, agreed. It's really going to come down to how you play it out. The compositions are feeling very similar. One thing to say though is Vayne is very short ranged, which
True.
I think could kind of be a bit of a worry because the likes of Victor, he can zone control you and keep you out of bay. That Misfortune got quite a bit of range. Bullet time is even more range.
Yeah.
You're going to
So-
have a hard time to be hitting anything other than an Ornn.
With regards to the Misfortune, I kind of don't like the fact that we have Hex Exponent going for the Lethality Misfortune. I feel like Lethality Misfortune is not the greatest pair up with Lulu. Lulu kind of wants to play around an on-hit champion. Misfortune going for more one-shot burst / ultimate oriented gameplay means that you're kind of giving up a lot of these like potential stats that Lulu offers. The extra attack speed is not going to be as effective, as you're not really going to be looking to attack as much. So perhaps Lulu not the best of combination with the Misfortune if you are going to be going for that lethality.
1v1.
But at the same time, lethality is actually not bad in this game because you've got a lot of really, really squishy players on the side of Blue, or on the side of Aeon. Like, their only real tank is that top lane Volibear.
Yeah, wow, that was an insane 1v1 actually there. TP's coming out in the mid lane.
Oh, Alcatraz looking to go big. Finds the damage on the brand, not yet. The DPS will be there though as the red side Chacosis attempt to the knockup. The Forge Guard just not finding anybody, but it looks like the follow through will rest in peace far as Vayne now down, but it looks like the fight not just done yet. Sealord looking for his opening opportunity as well, but just not able to get across the wall. Volley a little bit too deep, but he has again no friends as he just commits too far. Alcatraz now looking to run through the mid lane, bring through the Shelly, as we do have the quick maths, the 5-man siege.
Yeah, those looking so good and just all fell apart in a matter of 2 minutes there. Just Sealord getting 1v1 in the bot side. Finding still looking
he's
good.
gone.
Beautiful
Cheers,
pickup, Sealord.
A little bit disrespectful. Just keep in mind he had both summoners left as well. So, I mean, this is the risk that you run with versing a comp that has the volatile objective of Rift Herald. So, we've seen multiple Rift Heralds basically being wasted, placed at the wrong time. This is the complete opposite. This is one of those rifts that comes through really, really effectively. Basically getting almost 2 turrets for that value. So, plus the dragon, it's actually going to be last time in a really, really good spot now. But they do end up losing that mid-tier 1.
Yeah, and this is feeling like an even closer game than before. We still have the goal basically dead even though the kills are slightly odd. And yeah, the one dragon going over to the side of Lost Time is going to be great as they can slow down the roll for that soul coming out. We do have the Mountain Soul coming out, which is not so strong as most of these champions are very damage orientated, the likes of Victor, Diana, Misfortune, and Lulu not going to be too tanky, as well as on the opposing side. Brand doesn't really build any resistances, neither does Vayne.
I'm kind of interested in what's happening right now. We've got a bit of a 4-man like Siege and Conquer just looking to try to clear our vision, look for any potential picks on the bot side. Unfortunately, you're not going to really get anything out of us, so that means that they don't have numbers top lane, so it's actually going to be Volley in a bit of an interesting position. I'm quite keen to see how he plays this out. Perhaps give up the turret if you have to, as there is no way you could have any form of reinforcements coming through. But on the other side, Chacosis playing a weak side as well, just looking to try to clear wave best that he can. As here comes the top lane attempt. Diana. Honestly, Diana needs to either be playing around bottom here or looking to try to siege to top. Being in the jungle right now is sort of just giving your team a disadvantage because you need to be on the map. You need to be looking to potentially be there for any counter ganks, as we do see Alkiana making her way up towards the top side. Yep, so this is where Diana should be in the brush just to make sure that Lulu and Misfortune are safe to push through into that tier 1 siege because they're in a bit of a vulnerable spot now.
Yeah, luckily with that vision control that Omega Hotshot has put down, he is relatively confident and aware of that Kiana coming in, and Volibear is struggling in this weak side while Ornn held his own really well. Just being a little bit ahead, having those levels is great, and so strong on Ornn. I mean, he's going to be upgrading items real soon.
Yeah, level 13, I think.
Really happy. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, the wards are great. It prevents you from potentially getting caught off, but it means that you're just delaying that potential push. In this case, had Diana sort of just hovered top lane, they would have already got the tier 1 turret and have basically looked to try to reset or just look for the next objective or the next play.
Oh, 3-man top. That's a dead bear.
Yeah, he's not squishy. He doesn't really have any resistances, as we do have Animal going a little bit too hard with a soft black shield. You could buy Misfortune. Kiana finding a beautiful pick as Animal does end up trading over. And that's going to be the 2-for-1 trade. Next, it's going to be the double. Kiana's looking to go massive. We said Sealord has the potential to carry this game, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. But it looks like Henio has just been given the opportunity to get back in. The laser, the damage to Henio now, 4-2.
So much damage out of this Victor, and Sealord is trying, but he just needs some support. This Volibear is not having a good game. They even have an opportunity to ult there. I mean, may have had an opportunity and flash, but just maybe trying to bait for his team, lost a little bit longer, and at the end it's going to cost him 2 towers and about 5 deaths. That is not what you want to see right now by the side of Eon.
it has to be one of the closer games of this, of like the tournament we've casted so far. This is so back and forth, it's insane. Both mid laners looking to try to put the rest of the team on their back. I mean, Hideo, oh no. Oh no, what am I watching? Hideo, he has the damage, the bars, the brand, the DPS, he can... No, there's somebody heal saying, no, support will not die here.
Vayne has movement speed. Vayne could face that.
That's a bit risky, but Gritty. If anything, maybe a Baron steal could be on the table, but well, steal, sorry, sneak. But yet again, that is super high risk, unnecessary at this point, because we do have the 2-mana reset. Hideo having no teleport means he wouldn't be able to rotate up, but they just don't have the numbers or the foresight to potentially set that up. Plus a dragon spawning the next few seconds.
Wow, we have the Serpent Span coming out again. Like, I love to see this. This mid laner has been itemizing very well. And again,
You never see that item, like ever.
Yeah, so that's for the shields.
Yep, anti-shield.
It actually destroys shields, which is really, really good. Because Victor has a shield in Q, as well as Lulu.
Knockup, beautiful setup coming through as Alcatraz finds himself the double. Make that the triple. No misfortune, kind of yoinking on Wednesday. I mean, honestly, this is going to come down to just not being on the map, not having that foresight. We have Vayne instead looking for the split push. Vayne at this point in the game, 1.5 items, almost 2 items. She's pretty strong, so either give up the dragon, give up the objective, or play around Vayne. You can't do both. They try to do that and they got punished for it.
Yeah, at least get vision down and be careful where you're moving. But you can't be... Yeah, can't be walking up completely blind and hoping to not get caught. Definitely just gonna happen, especially with the likes of a Diana with the Night Harvester. So much damage potential between the Diana and the Victor in the mid lane. Wow. This is like a turn. It was very hard favoring Eon in the earlier stages of the game, or at least slightly favoring them. And with the Dragon lead they had, the relatively even game. Kiana was ahead 3-0 and had a shutdown, and now it's starting to look a little bit dire. Shutdowns are all on the side of lost time, and you begin to wonder, how does this comp survive if there's so many priority targets for this Kiana to kill? She just cannot assassinate all of them. She needs to pretty much have them all lined up against a wall, Sheepy.
You say this, but that's what Kiana does. She's the best at basically just catching your entire team off when you look to try to see the objective like Baron. So she creates a lot of pressure. Alcatraz looking at the prediction on the Q. Okay, using
beautiful interaction there.
Using Orn's pillar against his own team. Alcatraz on the other hand looking to try to get to the backline as Tricosis does not find anybody with that knockup. So it's just going to be Diana now dead, as we do have the reinforcements from Ion coming through just to say hi as Hextech spotted. Looking to try to keep the bearer away, but the fight continues as the red team does end up pushing to the first turrets of the siege. Interesting. Do they go for the Nash in this case? They have Vayne, they've got Brand, they've got a pretty good team.
Victor's no TP on the wrong side of the map as well.
Taken the objective, exactly. This is potentially a free one. Misfortune on the hand sitting on bullet time makes it a little bit more risky, but we do have now Ceylon looking to try start up. But the interesting part being that Vayne actually opted to reset, so we're not going to get the Baron objective. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, super weird, because there's nothing else on the map right now to do, you know? I mean, maybe they're just going to get some vision control, which they actually haven't gotten much of. Yeah, so definitely feeling a little bit weird there. At least hoping, maybe scared of that Vector split push and getting an inhib potentially.
I think you would have just got to the base turret. You wouldn't have been able to break the base itself. So, looking to try to play it maybe a little bit too safe. I feel like blue side in this case are kind of starting to fall off or starting to fall behind with more resources pumped into last time on a consistent basis. So, looking to try to use that team fight victory, team fight advantage to try to snowball into Baron could have been the play, but we'll see whether it pans out according to plan or not.
Yeah, agreed. And at this point, it's kind of slow down, catch people off. Talking about catching off, looking dangerous there. Pink got slightly misplaced there. Omega Hotshot not going to be happy about that one, as we do see this vision control game going out. Oh no, blind walking in, Black Shield going to save him.
Tricosis again not finding the knockup. Ends up burning a pretty crucial ability before a potential fight at Baron. Not having that means their team fight is a lot weaker, and it's a lot more up to Hextech and Hideo to try and carry this game. Honestly, I feel like there's just multiple members of the last time team comp that can actually 1v5.
Agreed. Yeah, like it's Honestly, it's skill check meta. I mean, there's been articles on this MSI right now happening. Everyone's kind of said it, and it's exactly where we are right now. It's very much skill shot intense, skill checking intense. You know, play the meta game, test your opponent's skills,
mean-
see if they can do those damage checks.
That makes entertaining League of Legends, to be fair. So it's kind of understandable. As we do not have
Talk
the
about
1v1
stat check.
Sea Lord. Exactly.
Beautiful.
Speaking of like, yeah, sure. You just
Yeah,
literally
thanks.
mentioned that you have
Sea Lord.
to face check it and try outplay, and that's exactly what we have there. So Alcatraz just not coming out on top on that one.
Yeah, and also just the power of this Serpent's Fang cannot be understated. Diana's shield is just absolutely nullified with that. Victor has a shield, absolutely nullified. The Lulu shield, it's really very, very valuable in this game, and it's just super good to see that itemization coming out. Yeah, not letting Boris the shopkeeper ruin the game for them.
So it's
The
a zero.
Vayne here,
Also
they
ends
don't,
zero
they
on
don't
that.
have vision on that.
Good sneak
So they
attack
know
coming
the
through.
started.
They gave up the last opportunity to try and look for the sneak, as we do have now Baron hitting 5,000 half health. The X6 Spawn dropping the pick because he has the vision, he has the bullet time. Does he look for the steal? He does. Blue side secure, so it ends up being traded a kill for a Baron objective. It looks like
Victor?
he was trying to clean this up, but Victor denied. So I mean, we had a very, very good attempt by Hextech, spotting exactly what he needed to do. He rolled the RNG, but Animal keeping cool under pressure, and you're out of your dead, Chakos. Or Sea Lord, sorry.
Wow, that was... Sea Lord is absolutely playing out of his mind.
Balanced and interactive champion that is, dude.
Yeah, I mean, when it's 7-3 and it's got a Serpent's Fang for your shields, you're not a happy man.
It's flash, dash into summoner, or into icon, no, not icon, into item burst. He literally can catch you across the river. It's not balanced.
Yeah. Prowler's Claw definitely making that champ a little bit harder to play against. And just,
So,
wow. I mean, these 3 Mountain Dragons don't even matter
Yeah.
because no one's pulling armor.
I was literally about to mention is that we've had 3 dragons in a row taken or secured by last time. So, I mean, you say it doesn't matter, but it's just making them tankier and tankier. We'll have to see whether it's going to be enough to survive Sea Lord's potential one-shot burst, though, because he's now found himself 3 kills in a row in a 1v1 fashion. So he's looking to try and put the team on his back. He wants this victory, as we are still playing first game of the best of 3.
Yeah, so I think for me, it's pretty much on buffs every time someone picks up one of these dragons, because On is really the only person who's building any form of tank. Even this Volley Bear, ooh,
Alcatraz.
Diana's looking.
Yeah, she wants to be a Sea Lord. The top lane.
Deciding not to with this top lane push coming in on Farima.
They're putting Vayne in the side lane, so Vayne really likes to match up against Orna's. She has the best, probably the best kit for that 1v1. It just comes down
Definitely
to
does.
keeping the vision secure so that she doesn't get picked off. But the issue is that the longer this game goes, the more gold being funneled into Vayne. She's starting to come online, she's starting to get her items. She's almost now at 3 items off this base potentially. So it's kind of down to the last time to try and use this opportunity where they know Vayne's not going to be with the team and look to try and pull trigger. They have the Shikosis on. If they can sneak him away, potentially give up the turret and look to try and get some form of teamfight victory. But at the same time, there's no real objective to play for, so it's kind of a risky one that is slowly but surely favoring the blue side.
Yeah, we do got this push coming in by Morgana. They're trying to clear those minions. I think they're trying to do a 1-0-4-1, maybe. Meanwhile,
I think this is the
lost
SA
time
round,
looking
dude.
for something.
The South African ARAM, the run it down mid, 5-man group in the siege.
Yeah, which is definitely not what you want to do with this Ban Ruffs. You want to split them up as much as possible. This is a very hard wombo combo.
You can see
By the
Ceylon
side
kind of
last
just
time.
waiting in the shadows for any form of
Ceylon.
pick that he can get. Does end up getting revealed, however. I'm trying to work
They're
out
sitting on
which
the ward.
team benefits more from these close counter, like in the jungle choke point fights. Because I mean, they've got a brand, they've got a they've got Sea Lord's Kiana. So they it's not a bad comp for these 5v5 close quarters, but at the same time, Misfortune. Here we go. The trigger pull's gonna be there as we do have the backline. Alcatraz, massive bullet time coming through from Hextech Spartan as he does find 3 members now dead from the side of Ion, as Animal stuck amongst them all ends up paying the prices. That it's gonna be a clean last time team fight victory. Ceylon just not able to play the fight as he went for the split. He wanted to find the pick, and as a result, just was not there for the full team fight. And last time, pulling the trigger exactly the right time.
Yeah, I mean, oh wait, this is greedy. Oh, that
He
is.
got that one. He's fine. He's tanky. He's a beefy boy. It's like that triple mountain dragon coming through.
Yeah, I'm just scared of like that supreme display of talent coming out there, and suddenly you just get all 4 of them die because the tower aggro switches to one of the squishies that are already so low. But playing it relatively well. That is one tanky on. He's really happy to be having all 3 of these mountain dragons stacked on his team. And yeah, just picking up some farm in the jungle, trying to optimize every bit of gold that they can steal from the opposing side right now.
That's one of the advantages of the lethality misfortune is that if she can get a massive build time, these fights are pretty much guaranteed. She does a ridiculous amount of damage, and that's exactly what she got there. So Shacosis combination with the Hextech Spartan makes for some very, very strong fights. So can Ceylon get onto Hextech before he puts out enough damage? That is going to be the deciding factor as to whether it's going to be last time or Aeon victory in these team fights. So Ceylon just did not find the opportunity last time. I don't think he can 1v1 the Shacosis. I don't think he's able to kill him at this point.
Definitely not. Pretty much full lethality build. You do not have the damage. You can one-shot squishies pretty hard, but you just cannot touch anything that has got armor, especially with these mountain dragons stacking up to about 18% extra armor on this Ornn. He's a very tanky man. He's very, very happy. And honestly, there's Ornn items coming out. Both these teams just have so much late game potential, and we're gonna see that explosion happen soon.
Those Ornn upgrades for sure are making a difference in these team fights. We do see last time getting stronger with each fight. Henio as well. Here we go. The delete exactly what he needs to do, but it's the wrong target. So it is a free kill, however. With the Dragon number 4 spawning potentially for the last time, this is a pretty big engagement. Can he make his way out of it? The Ceylon not able to be CC'd just yet. As Ceylon, rest in peace. The shutdown was fortune bullet time. So they invest a lot into that pick. So 1-for-1 neutralized, but it means they do not have it for this team fight. Dragon, it's the 4th, it's their soul. No jungler means no smite. The potential for animal steal is there, but Henio just looking to try to create as much pressure as he can to flash in. Zhonya's after she pops the binding, finds one stun as Flash burned pretty early in the fight. Unfortunately, that's going to be the jungler now down for the side of Aeon as Hextech looking to bring the damage to self-ultimate into Zhonya's yet again, pulling the page out of Misfortune or out of Morgana's book, but it does not matter. The damage is just too much. Last time are online and they're ready to win these team fights.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. It's not looking close. As soon as Pilar is down, it falls apart. Damn. I can't think of you need to kill Ornn, but Vayne just gets one shot. Again, I mentioned the range, and it feels like it's a bit of a range problem. Victor just lands a laser and you're dead.
For sure. Victor has that potential one-shot damage, and Vayne, like you mentioned, the range isn't such a big issue. Okay, Ceylon, no, a little bit ambitious. I could see that being pretty cool, but unfortunately just not able to get in the pit for the shove.
Full team of Baron Gold slowly have just been crept into your last time's favor. And wow, we get everyone buying potions. They're ready to close this game.
Elixirs on the pockets, yeah.
Yeah, with this mountain dragon, that's gonna be so strong. It's gonna be hard to kill these people. These extra shields not gonna matter too much for the Kiana though. Alcatraz maybe getting picked off.
We do have 2 stopwatches on the side of last time, but I still like point out the fact that we have everybody on last time's item inventory full, even though it's not full build. It's kind of satisfying seeing every slot taken up, besides the one for Volibear. He's the only player in the game that does not currently have 6 items in the inventory, so that's kind of giving me some like some PTSD as Shacosis is just not getting that recast again. So that means that Ornn Forge God is on cooldown for this next fight. So as well as we have Lily kind of just trying to get in the top lane in the wave. She's not the one to be splitting, honestly. It should be Henio in this case, or maybe Shacosis both having teleport, which means if blue side Ion can get some form of engage, this is going to be their best bet right now. Oh no.
Ceylon is looking for it. That's a dead Lulu.
Oh
surely.
no. Ceylon, does he get the pick? You have to be quick though, because the middle lane siege is going to come through, plus that Baron empowered. Yep, he's self overgrowth. Not going to be the go-to, but that will be the trigger pull last time. deleted. Bullet time, just too much damage as it looks like. It's gonna be the first game victory for last time as Hino is finally able to find the 4th member. So, I mean, honestly, this is yet again coming down to guys, we're making a play top lane. If I show top lane kill Lulu, just back out, give up inhibitor. If you position anywhere close, they're going to pull trigger, and that's exactly what they did. So just sort of communicating beforehand what the intentions are. It was a nice pick on Lulu. I saw what they wanted to do, but unfortunately just not really able to deal with how far ahead last time is in gold and momentum.
Wow, just an absolutely very clean and beautiful game. One coming out of just love to see it.
Yeah, that was
And,
actually a really good game. I'm very happy with it.
Definitely.
Hopefully we have just as clean of a second game. So first game of the best of 3 going to last time.
So there we go. Let's have a look at match stats here just to see what's going on, what's up. Who dealt the most damage? I honestly think that Miss Misfortune just was absolutely
It was actually
smashing. Doing Victor. Wow. I mean, that's not a surprise either. Victor was really popping off beautifully with so much damage just coming through there. Definitely.
So, I
Love to
mean,
see
we spoke about beforehand how there was this window where Kiana needed to try and use her lead, her snowball, before Victor became sort of like what he is known for doing, which is scaling incredibly hard and potentially one-shotting in late stages. So, I mean, honestly, Kiana played incredibly well to try and snowball that lead, but it just was not possible. So, maybe a little bit of a team gap on this one, holding the mid laner back, no flame intended, but let's see whether the second game is any better, as by all means I feel like the series can go either way. In this case, actually probably one of, if not the closest series we've watched so far.
Yeah, and it's great to see this in a team rivalry where we have year over year game, and I feel like these teams also know each other well, so definitely playing towards each other's strengths. Yeah, definitely super great to see.
But nonetheless, we'll see you guys shortly for game number 2 of the best of 3. Time for coffee, time for some water. We'll be right back.
don't want nobody change me now. Cause I like to be myself. If you're not agree, you can walk away. You can walk away. You can walk away. Something in my mind leads me then ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind leads me then ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door is closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile but don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
All alive. The devil's in the detail, lingered inside. Oh, a holy crime. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going wrong like nonsense. Playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going wrong like nonsense. Playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a rebel's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi.
Yo.
Well, technical difficulty.
What's up, everybody? We have some technical difficulties as
yeah. Okay, let's try that again. Looks like a bit of technical difficulties today. I don't know. It happens. It is what it is. But game 2 underway finally. Bit of a longer break than usual, unfortunately. But it is what it is. As we do jump onto Rift game number 2. Tankers, what are your predictions? What are your thoughts, dude?
Oh, I'm just excited for this mid matchup again. Celot and Henio just both showed up beautifully as we do get some early game action here potentially.
Okay.
Mordecai's looking for a Q there.
I mean, Chikosa's looking kind of clean. Not gonna lie. He's got that space gut. What else is the proper name for that skin?
Pajama ninjas? I don't know.
Pajama something.
Yeah.
Star,
I think that was a
Star
skin
Guardian,
that the
Star
community
Guardian
begged
Urgot.
for.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Pajama Guardian
It's
Urgot.
definitely pretty sure it's Star Guardian. Yeah. But that's the dream skin. I think the community begged for it for quite a while, and eventually they just caved. Right said, we'll give you the skin.
Wonder what the sales were like on
Yeah.
that skin. It's almost on the same
Yeah.
level as Lollipoppy.
I honestly wish we knew what sales looked like, but there's probably a reason they didn't show that.
There is actually a like a chart with like dots and stuff of like the most popular skins. Like it shows you like the most popular skins sold, which I believe is Elementalist Lux compared
Not
to like all the
surprised
others.
at all.
You wonder why
Yeah.
Lux has like 20 skins?
Yeah.
People like
she's,
them some Lux, dude.
Also, just a friendly champ to approach that seems to be liked by everyone. The girls love it. The guys love it. Everyone loves the skin. Enio missing a minion there and top lane, some trades in the top.
Okay, so I'm liking the fact that Lulu is paired up with like a pretty standard AD carry this time. It's not going to be most fortunately lethality, it's going to be Jinx. Jinx super highly prioritized at the moment. But at the same time, we've got a Mega Hotshot playing his Grasp center. They did not opt to go for like a fasting center. More of just a standard support Grasp scale center, which is a bit of a meme build in my opinion. But let's see what he can do with this.
Ooh. Level 2 being hit at the same time bot lane here, which means no one gets that priority and early damage coming out. Shikosis once again just shoving out top lane, being really ahead and happy. And we actually do have a reverse in the jungle as well as in the support roles. So we had Enzo on Brand last game, and Enzo this time on the Luli, and Morgana was on Animal, which is now on Alcatraz. So
Yeah, they prioritized the Lulu pretty early.
reflecting.
They wanted to make sure they can get it away from last time. Let's see if it works out. I mean, honestly, this bot lane Hextech Spartan and a Mega Hotshot can play pretty aggressive. I mean, they got the sustain in this matchup, which sustain generally beats shield-based support. So even though it is Grasp, it means that she doesn't necessarily have that much like ally healing or potential for output damage. Just a little bit tanky on the skills, a little bit better. Shikosa's top lane does find that disdain, the flip of the head as we almost have the solo kill. You mentioned earlier that like Shikosis has been absolutely styling on the top lane, and we're seeing it yet again as Sealog gets pulled back in with Henio. So I mean, Henio likes his Yone. He is one of the Yone players in SA. So I mean, I have big expectations from this mid-lane matchup again. As for Sealog, I haven't seen him play Akali before, but he showed us game number 1 that he's very capable of playing mid lane. So let's see what happens in that matchup.
Yeah, and I don't think Akali and Kiana are too far from each other. Yeah, but we can actually see that Shakosa's just absolutely smashing in that top lane. Up quite a lot of CS right now. whereas mid is relatively even, bot is even, and jungle is slightly favoring this side of Morgana, who has a bit of a healthier clear.
Was it Alcatraz was playing Diana last game, right? Animal was playing Morgana.
Yeah.
So
That's
I mean,
exactly it.
they've gone for the swap. In this case, we do see Alcatraz opting to go for the Dark Harvest Morgana. Last game, we saw more of a Predator playstyle, which it seems like maybe Animal just really likes Predator in the jungle, because he's gone for it again now with the Rumble jungle. But I feel like that is a little bit more of an authentic ruin or keystone on that pick, as Rumble jungle has actually become a lot stronger, a lot more popular recently with the changes to the meta and Riot Games making everything jungleable. Is that a word?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's word, but that is in fact what Riot has been doing.
Oh,
as we do see the
that's the
snowball
animal.
coming in for the bot lane.
Predator already used a mega hotshot, looking to fly and get away as he does pop the summoner flash, plus the summoner heal as Animal exhaust. And the last shot should be there. It's going to be on Jinx as well. Alcatraz just too late with the backward zap into the flash binding. They might just find the trade over, as unfortunately Animal burning his own summoner a little bit early there, so it ends up being the 1-for-1. Nice recovery by Alcatraz. Wait! The binding, the last order. Alcatraz goes massive actually with the recovery. The cleanup crew, it is here, and it is deadly.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a misplay there by Eon. I don't know, I just feel like Jinx just ran, didn't participate in the end of that fight, and suddenly it's a 2v2, and a 2v2 is a bit harder for you to win in that case, especially with Morgana being a little healthier than the Rumble.
Yeah, they kind of greeted or pushed it a little bit too hard, and they got punished for it. So nicely done by last time.
This top lane is, man,
Yeah.
it's dire, dude. 25 CS at 6 minutes is a bit too much. To be fair, Mordekaiser isn't really known for his early game. Am I wrong?
I don't know the
Correct me.
matchup.
Keep me honest.
I want to.
I just mean
want
like the
to
champion
say-
general.
Yeah, I want to say that Urgot's incredibly strong early stages in this matchup. Well, that's what it
Yeah,
looks like at
that's
least, but I'm
something.
not 100% on that one.
Well, your top lane non-experts are here to tell you more about the bot lane though, as we do have the Jinx, Lulu getting their first back, followed by Sivir and Senna now getting their first back. And we do get the full lethality Sivir actually coming out here. Fight in the mid lane continues.
Okay, so
Back and
Hashtag
forth.
likes his lethality, it seems. Misfortune, lethality, misfortune into Sivir lethality. So I mean, if it works for you, it works for you as well. So these comp stars actually having tanks means that the lethality is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Like in a game where there is a few more tanks, but like for example, the Hecarim that has been nerfed quite a lot harder. The jungle priority has just switched over to less tanks and more damage dealers, you know? And in that case, the lethality isn't quite as bad as it may seem at first.
Oh, plastic. Right, so we do have Morgana
know
making
why
her way
it's
down
playing
towards
bot
bot
lane.
side again. So I like the fact that both teams have identified that the bot lane is going to be the win condition for this game. They're still just leaving top lane to Wet Noodle do their own thing, have their back and forths, as we see happening right now. But the bot lane is the main lane to watch.
Okay.
As the setup is going to be there with top lane. Shacosis forced to flash away. He's trying to get away, but the bonk. We said how Shacosis has been absolutely starting on these matchups so far, but it looks like it's not done yet, as we do have Mordekaiser finding himself that 1v1 pick.
Yeah, and that just nullifies that really huge CSD that we just saw Mordekaiser get. Maybe just getting too aggressive.
Oh, no.
And not respecting.
Hideo, the
wow.
style!
Absolutely solid.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
top
well
lane,
played, small face in
you've
chat as well.
gotta
Really nice.
respect Mordekaiser's power spike when he picks up that first item, even though it's not necessarily that big of an item. Oh, here we go. Animal brings to the equalizer, looking to try to steal the rocket, not gonna fight it, but the dragon will end up going to RSA. Animal's a good secure as he does trade his life for it. But the bindings, we spoke about first game bindings going through quite nicely, but it shows us Alcatraz is just as comfortable as well, as it looks like team last time benefit pretty hard from the interaction, but does he get the last order? The turret, he's too close to the turret! Lives.
Barely getting out of that one alive. And
Honestly,
yeah, looking a lot clean.
Yep. Last time, lost the dragon, but they got a lot of gold for a lot of kills. And I think that was actually a blue side favored interaction.
Yeah, definitely. Way too many deaths going over, and it's Mountain Dragon. And again, you have a Mordekaiser. I do feel like it's just team difference in terms of drafting priorities. Just nothing tanky. Like, oh, mid lane. I know. I feel like the more I see this matchup, Yon seems to come out a little bit on top here.
Balanced interactive champion.
Just like the Kiana in game #1. For those of you who didn't see that, Kiana was absolutely popping up for most of the game and one-shotting people. Ooh. Almost landing that pullback on the Mordekaiser top lane. That's Grasp just slipping through the Elgato fingers.
Slippage. Rumble.
Oh, Rumble.
No. Yeah, Yon is not exactly the
equalizing
easiest of champs to gank. Still has the flash, so we may just see the turn coming around.
Right.
Ultimate now off cooldown. Predator popped out of Animal, just trying to get away. The cheeky knock up, the damage is going to be the Henio, finds himself that turnaround gank as he's able to flash out, but C-Lot not done just yet. So that mid lane interaction, we spoke about how both these mid lanes are the main carries, the backbones of the team, and we're just seeing exactly that as the back and forth is there.
Thank you.
Fight will ever
He
continues.
has ulti.
Shadow Realm Alcatraz locking him in place with the double flash. Not gonna find the bunk either. Alcatraz playing that very nicely as C-Lot is trying to clean up onto Chikosis, who may just have the double kill for Akali. You cannot afford to give her the kills at this point. The goal as the bunk for the Fear Beyond Death just too late.
Ah, just
What?
way too slow. Not gonna get that execute, and Alcatraz somehow lives to fight another day as we do get some bot lane shenanigans. Nothing too crazy. The movement speed from we're gonna keep that Jinx really good and healthy.
That was some crazy back and forth like team fighting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's just wow, not stopping.
Wow.
No one wants to stop. Everyone wants to
Oh
fight.
no, not like this. C-Lord. Henio has to go back, but he finds the auto. He finds the damage.
Oh man.
That's kind of tragic because you've just gotten such a big lead off of that to give over a free kill by disrespectfully recalling in a place where you're not guaranteed to be safe. And Henio finds the punish and finds that snowball, which gives him kill number 3. Look at the fourth one. This again. Henio just
greedy, maybe?
unable to get the last little bit of damage, and Animal almost
TP,
kind of
Shield
griefing
does
that
it,
mid
TP.
lane.
Definitely. I mean, he almost got a kill off of Yon there, so not too rough. C-Lot maybe should have considered TPing there. Losing a whole wave in the mid lane. And the Mordekaiser also has TP up, by the way, and Chikosis does not. So this dragon is potentially contestable if you are on the side of
Last time?
Yon.
Oh, red side. Flank TP does come through. It's going to be Kali looking to join. Unfortunately, Henio running the summoner. Ignite means he won't be able to join, but the bait is there to disengage. That's one of the perks of running a center, is that bonus movement speed plus like invisibility that she offers, and a little bit of ambitious TP, especially with the dragon spawning shortly. 50 seconds, like you mentioned. Not good, but Animal on the other hand popping the Predator. Hex takes spot in a bit of trouble. The slow is going to be into the not the greatest placement of the equalizer, but it ends up working out fine as a Mega Hot Shot, the new focus to pop the overgrowth. But Omega will not go down just yet as the turn around. We've seen this play before. This is a bit of a dangerous view. Alcatraz here yet again for the counter gank. You know what they say, a counter is worth twice as much as a regular gank. As Alcatraz just not able to get that last little damage on the support, but it looks like he'll be able to clean up the double nonetheless. As support Lulu trying to get away, but meanwhile top lane, a bit of a 1v1 back to the Shadow Realm we go as Chikosis just bringing the mallet out as he flashes away, but the Fear Beyond Death should be enough, it is. And top lane fight, bot lane fight overall, last time coming out ahead.
Yeah, last time just playing a lot cleaner in this game than they did play in the previous one. Beautiful to see. Wow. Yeah, there was quite a few misplays there. I think that I don't know about you, but I think the Lulu staying, giving a few shields here and there, you can probably win that
She was
2v3.
Udim, I think she was out of mana as well. I was looking at the
that's
small
definitely
replay.
possible.
Oh no, Chikosis, the overstay top side, means he's going to be caught up by C-Lord. This is potentially Akali's window back in if she can find the damage. pure armor means that he is very squishy, and we do have the second kill over to C-Mod now, sitting on that item.
Not harvesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no boots and quite a bit of gold down. Actually, almost 30 CS down in the mid lane there. Just we do have the Herald here. Potentially looks like it's gonna be bopped, and we have a lane swap coming out here. Looks like Mordekaiser are gonna be going into the mid lane of the party, staying top.
Rift Terror brought through for the bot lane siege. Okay, Yone looking for the damage. He has it. He finds the Henio kill. I spoke about how he's a
Lane
good
swap
Yone,
walking
and
out.
we're seeing that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Yone. I just think I'm not. I blame Riot for making me want to ban 2 champions. Yeah. Suddenly, just he always gets out of control. Same with Yasuo.
Yep. What are your thoughts on
no.
the new champ though?
Then there's a new champ other than Gwen.
Gwen?
Oh, she's so barely. Oh. I don't know why we lane swapped this, by the way. I have no idea why.
Kali got to kill top lane and they just ended up trying to pick up waves. I don't think it was an intentional swap.
Yeah, because Urgot got smashed in the mid lane. Oh,
Omega.
What is
you
you
find the animal? Smite. No! Finish the grump. It's stolen. I think Omega just got the grump. Animal cannot be happy for that one.
That's a dead. He just died to this.
Turret.
The tower's gone, dude. Oh, that's the kill. Can he get the second one, though, is a question.
So the answer to that question is no.
Sides.
Henio has to go back again. He's trying to lifesteal with the wave, but he does have a little bit of help. Alcatraz here now looking to join, but Akali trying to bring the damage. The black shield not yet used, but the bindings not going to find the connection, as it does not matter. Henio in the end coming out now 6 for 1. The snowball misses the op, but just using it as a reposition tool, and Animal will end up dying. This is not good for the side of Ion. Like last time, our snowballing out of control to that mid lane. Henio carry. Omega.
Yeah, Henio on the Yone is just. Don't know what's going on. That's Senna saying like, we want to give you guys a chance.
That's Senna and
Senna.
Hextech just not being on the same page. One stepping forward, one stepping back. Hextech now in a bit of troubles. We do have the Jinx chase, but we're gonna here for the counter yet again. I've got to say, Alcatraz actually been everywhere he needs to be at the right time. So I mean, he's doing a really, really good job of just reading the map.
Definitely, and yeah, like I said previously, the stakes are quite high, as Era last time do want to pick up this victory and head on to play in the next brackets, the elimination brackets, and for that they need to be winning this game.
And honestly, I mean, at this stage or this pace, it feels like last time we just starting to run away with the game. So we do have that 3-man collapse coming through. The long con, Fear Beyond Death, finds the first one. That's going to be support joining shortly after, with Morgana finding herself the second. So, I mean, like, Red side, Aeon does not have a bad comp. The issue is they're just not getting the gold in the plays they need. And if they can get a massive fight where potentially Equalizer goes huge, hits multiple members, they get stuck in a choke point, into like a Jinx reset city, getting the passive kicking in, maybe they can bring this game back, as they do have the tools, their comp's not bad, they've got the Lulu, they've got the Jinx, but they're just not getting the gold where they need it.
Yeah, and this Yone is becoming a huge problem.
Yeah.
Super hard to deal with this time. And yeah, Sela just getting outclassed in this game compared to how well he was playing in the previous one. You know,
The flash ends up dying anyway. Looks to try to clear the wave and pays the price. Again, we have nobody paying that executioner's tax. There's no form of Grievous, meaning that Hero's going to be healing in the scene, and not especially with a mega hot shot here by his side. So somebody has to pay the tax.
Yeah, and then Water Shield bow also being very valuable. Not to mention just how valuable that shield is, keeping you alive for just a little bit longer. Not quite enough burst on the opposing side to take him down quite as fast as you'd like to. 10,000 gold leads. Sheepy, this is looking dire compared to how close the first game was. It just feels like Lost Time is in control. They're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's their game to throw, for sure.
New pickup dragon number 3. And the second for themselves last time, getting the Cloud Dragon picked up by Alcatraz here. And I mean, like the dream, I guess, is Jinx just having a front line. But
Yeah.
no one on the team is a front line talking about
Lulu's not a front line, that's for sure.
having no front line. Lulu face checks and pays a price. 82 souls on Senna, 19 minutes in.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell you that is
pretty good.
not normal.
That's pretty good. That's definitely an indicator of a lane 1. Top lane. Did we get the turret ult? Black shield coming through, so that was actually kind of cheeky. I think Alcatraz did some good foresight. Potentially wasting Mordekaiser. No, it's going to be the 1v1 now. Jungle v top. Soul Shackles finds the binding immediately after the chain CC there. As we got a pretty good equalizer actually coming through, but unfortunately Animal just not getting any follow through on that one. So he does get a lot of damage up, but unfortunately ends up just losing a friend as Mega Hotshot now able to just keep his team quite healthy thanks to that center pick. But there is no signs of reinforcements as the siege does continue. Tier 2 in sight for the last time, boys, as they still look pretty healthy. The binding, hello, the damage. Senna, overgrowth, does not matter. Hextech spotted, has the damage and lethality.
Wow. Oh my word, this is just beautiful. An absolute slaughter by last time here, saying we gave you a chance in game 1, but let me show you my real colors.
No, don't do it, Hinyo. Don't do it. The disrespect again from C-Lord. Recalling in a place that he cannot recall. You have to keep in mind that Yone can cross map very easily. He has a lot of abilities in his kit that allows him to get onto you if he needs to, and that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, and honestly, like, the only way to outplay it is you have to have the Shroud and basically be unpredictable if you want to make your way out of a fight like that. Level 15 versus level 12. Beautiful Death Grasp play there, though, pushing Yone in the wrong direction. Jinx coming in as well to save the day.
I think I've seen this one before. This is where Hinyo kills their whole team, right?
1v4s.
Exhaust comes through pretty clutch. Hinyo finds himself the double. The lifesteal, if there was not an exhaust, that was a guaranteed 1v3 triple. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Enzo just denying Hinyo pretty much a pentakill, to be honest. There's definitely at least a quadra if C-Lord showed up, potentially.
You got the
that
shutdown.
Penta. Yeah, he got 1000 shutdown. I think it was
Who got the kill?
on... I want to say it's Jinx, but it could have been the other... Could have been the Rumble as well.
Let's
Both
see who
really
buys an
happy to
entire
take that
item
off.
off their next base kind of thing.
You can just check gold.
Oh, Field Gun does. C-Lon just not able to feature as we do have the center shield for assistance. Team rotating through does end up getting him to the death realm. Stanius. I don't think you're gonna be able to walk away with that one, friend.
Yeah, this Mordekaiser pickup is just feeling a little bit on the weak side. And, yeah, Shakosis Whoa. Shakosis just playing this beautifully in the top lane. And, love to
It's
see
actually
it.
looking not
So
looking
much
too
damage.
bad for the Ion
Jinx.
side. C-Lon able to find some big equalizer comes through. That's what I was talking about. Animal showing us the potential of that pick. But it looks like Hinyo's here for the counter. Polymorph says no. As Hinyo not able to keep himself alive, super close to die. Unfortunately, that last little bit of DPS will not be there. But this is what I was speaking about before. They don't have a bad comp if they can find the right choke point, the right trigger pull. And Animal finally found a little bit of success with the equalizer, just deleting majority of lost time. I don't know. Polymorph yet again. Grievous is your friend. Grievous, good 9,000. You have to pick up the tax. Somebody in the team, in this
Yeah, we
case,
only have
most
one
likely
person.
Jinx. Yeah, we've got on a Carly.
Yeah.
That's not the one that you need, though.
Yeah, Akali is not going to be touching that Yone, I imagine.
I know, definitely help
Honestly,
the
gonna be
1v1,
hoping.
but consistently.
Then what will the 1v1 the 11-12 Yone? Nope. you're down 60 CS. Yeah, I hear you, but no.
He's
not
almost
happening.
completed 3 items though.
Yeah, he's almost done with 3 items. A very expensive one as well, mind you. Infinity Edge already completed. And yeah, all 3 like Bloodthirster, not Bloodthirster, BF Sword items being completed here. And so walking past the ward here means this will surely be him walking into a death trap. Or not,
Break number
if they
3
choose
for
to
last
prioritize
time.
a break. Looks like that is a dragon being focused and secured
Oh.
by...
Helios expecting a lot of output damage. He has it, does not even like hesitate on that one. He knows, despite the fact that he has that timer, before he gets pulled back, he can quite easily just delete Mordecai, as he has no real form of armor. I mean, boots completed, but Zarya is still on the way, means he's still super squishy, and he's inversingly got top lane, so the Yone output damage is real, as we do have now Baron started up, objective. Should help to try and close up Animal late for the contest, so it ends up getting passed back over. As Chikosas goes for an incredibly late flash, but kind of ambitious on that one. Not too sure how I feel about it.
I mean, this will surely be the game being closed out right here. With this goal lead has just absolutely exploded into what it is now, as we do see this tower being focused.
Yeah, we've got Baron
Baron
House
being
minions, means the base
spawned.
should be quite easily cracked despite Animals Equalizer being available for the wave clear. Not the greatest of placements, but does end up burning them a little bit, delaying the inevitable push, as the turret should drop in just a second. Opening the base. Union and had to try and open their team up. Right down the middle, unfortunately no success, but the turret does end up dropping as we do have Mordecai's a little try to step forward, but Chikosas on the other hand, not really scared, saying, I see you, and that's gonna be not Hextech, sorry, that's gonna be Jinx, the leader as the base siege continues, so that should potentially be another inhibitor, if not the end. They have numbers, they're pretty healthy still, they're running a little bit low on mana, but the waves quite easily crashing through, not thanks to the handy Baron buff that was secured before. It looks like it's an Enzo fall. Oh, actually ends up dropping despite burning the exhaust, so that's gonna be down another member dead as top lane. Mordekaiser is out of here, but mid lane, the final straw, as we do have the entirety of last time pretty much sent back to the fountain, or back to respawn in this case, as Nexus for game number 2 should be quite easily secured, and last time takes themselves the victory in the series. Oh, okay, Jinx, I believe.
Jinx just trying to make something happen there, but that'll surely be the game, as Era last time make their way out of groups, I believe, and yeah, beautifully played.
Right, so what do you think they went so wrong? What do you think they went so wrong in this game? I mean, it was looking really close in the early stages. We had a couple of nice attempts. They kind of went a little bit pear-shaped. Honestly, Jungle just being in the right place at the right time, in the early stages at least. That and Henio kind of just putting the entirety of the team on his back, which we do know him for doing. He's like the backbone of the team from what we can tell. So good job to him, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely played great. We saw it on the Victor. In game 1, most damage actually in the game, and just looked so good, so clean, and popping off here on the Yone, and just I love to see it. I have nothing more to say. I just feel like beautiful, clean League of Legends, and this game 2 felt a little bit cleaner. I think that Mordekaiser didn't stand a chance. I think that's a really tough matchup for you to have, and just a little bit of a draft difference, and then also, like you said, Alcatraz on that Morgana just showing up, being exactly where the Morgana needed to be, and the Rumble just doesn't quite have the same gank damage and potential as that Morgana does.
Right, let's take a look at the match stats. Hextech Spartan ending up 6 for 1 for 6. How dare we down to Lethality Sivir, despite being paired up with the hot shot. Like we were discussing before, that we kind of would have liked to have seen some form of fasting set in that matchup, perhaps putting him on something like an AP carry or like a Cho'Gath bot lane could have been quite spicy, but instead going for the less traditional grasp build, which has been popping up a little bit more. You're very tanky, you scale quite nicely, and in this case he does not really need to deal that much damage as the rest of the team doing really well between Hextech Spot and Chikosas and Henio. I mean, Alcatraz even as well, 5 for 0 for 13. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on MVP? I feel like there are a lot of contenders, but perhaps one play in particular that stands out a little bit above the rest.
Yeah, definitely. I think just honestly, both mid laners definitely showed up today. We saw that Kiana in game one that popped off. Kiana just showed up later and popped off on the Victor, was constantly applying pressure and showing up at the right places at the right time. And in this game number two, it's clearly him, 15, 2, and 4, just damage charts off the charts, beautifully played. Just look at the damage, way ahead of everyone else, absolutely blowing everyone else out of the water, and just yeah, I love to see it. I love to see people performing and popping off in a series.
Yeah, for sure. So Hinyo, MVP. Honorable mention though to Alcatraz as well as to opposing side mid lane, both playing incredibly well. And if Hinyo didn't get that fit, I feel like for sure Alcatraz could have taken this MVP of the series. But nonetheless, GG, well played. That's going to be, I believe, Era last time taking the victory of the Inter-Era series. Era, or match of the era, if you will.
Yeah, just beautifully played and a super close game one that had a bunch of highlights that I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But yeah, great to see.
For sure, we'll see you guys, I believe, on Thursday for the next series. This week's going to have 3 casts because of the delay from yesterday, or the match being cancelled. So we'll be back again Thursday at 8 o'clock. Back to the Red Standard schedule for the final week of the group stages. Week 9 of 9. Yeah,
Very high.
absolutely amazing so far. So we'll see you guys Thursday.
Diamonds in the sky, shades of pearl and green. Fire burning hearts in darkest places.
Coming in top lane. Everyone is top side. Kiana
It's
as
a
well.
party in the
showing up,
top
yeah.
lane. And you're all invited to see
Lots
Lion,
of
unfortunately, not
damage.
really from the damage. Animal actually a little bit noise. The first one does come through to the trade back. Well, 2 dead on the side of Aeon. Or Ion.
And truly a party in the
Oh.
top lane. But this vein.
How do you say the Vane's name? How do you pronounce that? Hello, top lane. Sealon with a solo 1v1. Shikosis, he's out of here. We do have more gun. Pop on the Predator, looking for the bot lane. Attempts to make a hard shot. A little bit left alone. Will end up paying the price. 80 carry with the ditch as we have the flash bird. But it seems like.
You can tell.
Okay, so Vayne, the player name for Vayne, right? How do you. Okay, no,
Oh,
never
no.
mind. Hinio. Oh no.
No moment.
What? Diana going a little
Oh.
bit wide with the. Okay, sure, level 6. C-Large is trying to get his way out of this one. He does
Beautiful.
actually manage to survive using that middle lane pressure. So Kiana giving up some minions for that one, which is a little bit risky. I mean, Hinio playing Victor does scale incredibly well. Very ambitious attempt at that
Optimistic.
dark binding, but it looks like
Yeah.
it should work out as Hinio locked in place and he's out of here. Rest in peace, nicely done.
Want to go. Extended trades are not
Okay,
so
Forge
good
Guard.
for this Body Bear.
Does end up bypassing the CSC, nicely timed. A bit of a cheeky interaction in the matchup, but it looks like this is
Oh.
actually favoring Owen as we do have the wet noodle coming through. But Shikosa's noodle a little bit less wet and a little bit more impact on those autos. So, off left on the Rift Herald, does bring through the shackles. Animal actually breaks it. Not only too bad, Sealon able to find the first kill. That's going to be the jungler now down. As the fight does, however, continue. Unfortunately, Shikosa's not having that. Forge Guard means that there will not be that much CC as member number 2 Hinio actually traded over, so big fight favoring the side of Leon. As member number 2 Hinio actually traded over, so big fight favoring the side of Leon.
Yeah, I'm playing
Okay.
so well. Ulti out in the
Beautiful
bot
pin.
lane. Beautiful stun.
Lulu the flash self overgrowth into the bullet timing, massive play. The turnaround Omega actually kind of
Oh.
clutching that one out.
Not a
I think
fan
we've
of this.
seen this one before. It's a bit of a deja vu. So mid lane. This game is just non-stop fighting, non-stop combat. We do have now Forge Guard. He's gonna be here, but again the interaction. It does not matter though. It just seems like Ona is coming out ahead consistently with Shikosis finding himself his second solo kill. 3 for 1 on the Orn. Flash out, star 2v2 still continuing as Sealon studying on the ultimate, does not get the push! Shikosis with the bypass, but Hinio just looking to try and create as much pressure as he can. Sealon just able to get away as they do flash in for the laser damage. It's gonna be enough. No, the burn! The 1v1 though,
1v1.
Hinio. There though is the red side. Shikosis attempt at a knockup. The Forge Guard just not finding anybody, but it looks like the follow through will rest in peace far as Vayne now down, but it looks like the fight not just done yet. Sealon looking for his opening opportunity as well, but just not able to get across the wall. Volley a little bit too deep, but he has again no friend.
so good, and just all fell apart in a matter of 2 minutes there. Just
Oh, nice binding.
C-Lord getting 1v1 in the bot side. Binding still
Oh,
looking
he's
good.
gone.
Beautiful
Cheers, bud.
pickup, C-Lord.
A little bit too disrespectful. Just keep in mind he had both. A beautiful pick as Animal does end up trading over. And that's going to be the 2-for-1 trade. Next is going to be the double. Keanu's looking to go massive. We said C-Lord has the potential to carry this game, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. But it looks like Henio has just been given the opportunity to get back in. The laser, the damage to Henio now 4-2. That's insane. Both mid laners looking to try to put the rest of the team on their back. I mean, Henio. Oh no. Oh no. What am I watching? Henio, he has the
no.
damage, the bounce, the brand, the DPS. He can. No, the summoner heal saying no, support will not die here. Like ever.
Yeah, so that's for the shields.
Yep, anti-shield.
It actually destroys shields, which is really good because Victor has the shield on Q as well as Lulu.
Knock off. Beautiful setup coming through as Alcatraz finds himself the double. Make that the triple. No misfortune, kind of yoinking on Wednesday. I mean, he's playing against his own team. Alcatraz on the other hand looking to try to get to the backline as Psychosis does not find anybody with that knockup. So it's just going to be Diana now dead, as we do have the reinforcements from Ion coming through just to say hi as Hextech spotted. Looking to try to keep the bearer away, but the fight continues.
All right, now it's very much skill shot intense, skill checking intense. You know, play the meta game, test your opponent's skill,
I mean,
see if they can do those damage checks.
that makes it entertaining League of Legends, to be fair. So it's kind of understandable, as we do not have
Talk about
1v1.
stat check.
C-Lord! Exactly!
Beautiful.
Speaking of, like, they gave up the last opportunity to try and look for the stake, as we do have now Baron hitting 5,000, half. Actually spawning, dropping the pick means he has the vision, he has the bullet time. Does he look for the steal? He does! Blue side secure, so it ends up being traded. A kill for a Baron objective. It looks like
Victor?
he is trying to clean this up, but Victor denied. So, I mean, we had a very good attempt by Hextech, spotting exactly what he needed to do. He rolled the RNG, but Animal keeping cool under pressure, and you're out of your dead, Shakos. Oh, C-Lord, sorry.
Wow.
C-Lord's Kiana. So they like it's not a bad comp for these 5v5 close quarters, but at the same time, misfortune. Here we go. The trigger pull's gonna be there as we do have the backline. Alcatraz, massive bullet time coming through from Hextech spot, as he does find 3 members now dead from the side of Ion, as Animal stuck amongst them all. We're gonna struggle with each fight. Henio as well. Here we go. The delete exactly what he needs to do, but it's the wrong target, so it is a free kill, however. With the Dragon number 4 spawning potentially for the last time, this is a pretty big engagement. Can he make his way out of it? The C-Lord not able to be CC just yet. A C-Lord, rest in peace. The shutdown was fortunate bullet time. So they invest a lot. Means no smite. The potential for Animal Steel is there, but Henio just looking to try to create as much pressure as he can. The flash in. Zonia's after she pops the binding. Finds 1 stun. As Flash burned pretty early in the fight. Unfortunately, that's going to be the jungle now down for the side of Aeon, as Hextech looking to bring the damage to self-ultimate into Zonia's yet again, pulling the page out of Misfortune, or out of Morgana. Overgrowth. Not going to be the go-to, but that will be the trigger pull. Last time. Deleted. Bullet time. Just too much damage, as it looks like. It's going to be the first game victory for last time, as Henio is finally able to find a 4th member, so not looking to fight and get away as he does pop the summoner flash, plus the summoner heal as Animal exhaust. And the last shot should be there. It's going to be on Jinx as well. Alcatraz just too late with the backward zap into the flash binding. They might just find the trade over, as unfortunately Animal burning his own summon. The bot lane is going to be the win condition for this game. They're still just leaving top lane a wet noodle, do their own thing, have their back and forths, as we see happening right now, but the bot lane is the main lane to watch.
Okay.
The setup is going to be there with top lane. Shikosis forced to flash away. He's trying to get away with the bonk. We said how Shikosis has been actually starting on these matchups. It's not done yet, as we do have Mordekaiser finding himself that 1v1 pick.
Yeah, and that just nullifies that really huge CSD that we just saw Mordekaiser get. Maybe just getting too aggressive.
Oh, no.
And not reflecting.
Henio, the
wow.
style. Good secure as he does trade his life for it. But the bindings, we spoke about first game bindings going through quite nicely, but it shows us Alcatraz is just as comfortable as well, as it looks like team last time benefit pretty hard from the interaction, but does he get the last order? The turret is too close to the champs to gank. Still has the flash, we may just see the turret coming around. Ultimate now off cooldown, Predator popped out of Animal, just trying to get away. The cheeky knock up, the damage is going to be the Henio, finds himself that turnaround gank as he's able to flash out, but C-Lord not done just yet. So that mid lane interaction, we spoke about how both these mid Shadow Realm, Alcatraz. Locking him in place with the double flash. Not gonna find the bunk either. Alcatraz playing that very nicely as C-Lord is trying to clean up onto Chikosis, who may just have the double kill for Akali. You cannot afford to give her the kills at this point. The goal as the bunk for the Fear Beyond Death just too late.
Yeah, that's just wow, not stopping.
Wow.
No one wants to stop. Everyone wants to
Oh
fight.
no. Not like this. C-Lord. Inyo has to go back. But he finds the auto, he finds the damage. I'm on the other hand popping the Predator. Hextech spawned in a bit of trouble. The slow is going to be into the not the greatest placement of the equalizer, but it ends up working out fine as a mega hot shot. The new focus to pop the overgrowth. But Omega will not go down just yet as the turnaround. We've gank. You know what they say, a counter is worth twice as much as a regular gank. As Alcatraz just not able to get that last little damage on the support, but it looks like he'll be able to clean up the double nonetheless. As support Lulu trying to get away, but mean on top lane, a bit of a 1v1 back to the Shadow Realm we go. As Chikosis just bringing the mount out as he flashes away, but the Fear Beyond Death should be enough. It is. Question is no. Inyo has to go back again. He's just trying to lifesteal with the wave, but he does have a little bit of help. Alcatraz here now looking to join, but Akali trying to bring the damage to Black. Shield not yet used, but the bindings not gonna find the connection as it does not matter here in the end. Coming out.
Wow. Oh my god, this is just beautiful. An absolute slaughter by last time here, saying we gave you a chance in game 1, but let me show you my real colors.
No, don't do it, Hinyo. Don't do it. The disrespect again from C-Lord. Recalling in a place that he cannot recall.
Jinx coming in as well to save the day.
I think I've seen this one before. This is where Hinyo kills their whole team, right?
1v4s.
Exhaust
Yeah.
comes through pretty clutch. Hinyo finds himself the double. The lifesteal, if there was not an exhaust, that was a guaranteed 1v3 triple. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Not looking too bad for the Iron.
Ring.
C-Mod able to find some. Oh, big equalizer comes through. That's what I was talking about. Animal showing us the potential of that pick. But it looks like Hinyo's here for the counter. Polymorph says no, no, no. As Hinyo not able to keep himself alive. Super close to die. Unfortunately, that last little bit of DPS will not